Good morning. This is a normal breakfast for me. It's a combination of coos, which is a sort of a ground millet, ground up every morning fresh by the people in the compound, plus some beans, and the beans are also grown locally around the compound as well. The beans are mixed with a few spices, the coos is mixed with water, and that's what we have most mornings here. The other thing that we might have is possibly a rice porridge, but every morning that's pretty much what we eat for breakfast. And this is my house. You can see there's a clothesline for hanging clothes that are drying, a tap that is where I purify my water. You have a mosquito net over my bed. The bed frame is bamboo. And over here is a shelf that I bought for about the equivalent, US equivalent, for about $3-4. If I continue to pan around, by the way, this is about a 12 by 12 foot house. You can see the doorway leading out to the compound and my one chair, as well as a place to put the bike I ride every day at my site. Going down quickly to the ground, you have a few items that are set out. I'm having guests right now, so it's a little more crowded, but the foot locker is there to store clothing and food, and then a poor organization of shelfware, as well as my gas cooker if I ever need to make anything on that. And now I am opening the door to the back area of my house, and I'm going to the bathing and latrine area. You can also see this is where I keep my solar powered lamp that catches the sunlight, and I run it all evening. It's very nice. I can put my clothes up on the metal around here, and here's the bathing area, as well as the actual pit latrine, which you squat over and use your best aim and take care of business. Around the latrine, they have grown corn and coos plants to ensure a bit more privacy in this area. And you also see the back of the roof, which is a grass roof, and it's built very recently, and there is a plastic sheeting underneath the grass roof on the inside of the house to keep rain from coming in. And hold on to the key, and we're off. These are stone circles, and there are two different circles here. It's an ancient tribal worship that we still don't know the history of, and there are a number of these all over Gambia. You can see the large rocks that are being portrayed here behind Babu and behind myself. There are more rocks being hidden by the undergrowth, but there are two circles here. And as I said before, We don't know the significance of them. They may be, I've been told they are the old grandfathers standing in place, or they are grave sites, or it's a worship site. We're not for sure. Good morning again. I'm out here on the Bantaba, a central place to sit on the compound. And I'm here with my host family, the Mbais, Babu Mbai, and Kadi Mbai, and myself. And this is often where we take meals, or we greet people, or we have discussions. The young lady right there is Fatu Mbai. She's getting over a little illness, but she's getting better. And it's a beautiful day, and we will start looking around the compound a bit. There's the houses. There's Babu's brother's house, his house, and then that is my house. And behind my house, next to me, is a large, very large tree which bears fruit continuously, and they will drop periodically, but it's very good mangoes. And that's about it. I'm at my school right now, and this is Nyorobamba Lower Basic School. There are grades 1 through 4, and also a ECD class, which is a kindergarten class, and there are a number of buildings here. But I want to talk more about the school itself, so I brought Dembe Drama to the meeting place here. This is his office. He's the head teacher, and he is the originator of the school and the head teacher the entire time the school has been here. So, Dembe,
Yes.
how did this school start?
It started by the community. They asked me to write to the director and tell him that we need a school in this area. And thank God, the director accepted and asked the community to build temporary house for 4 classrooms. The community joined hands. We built 4 classrooms for the children. It started on 2012. After that, now.
And the land the school is on?
Yes, it's owned by my family.
Yeah, so this is family land from your great-grandfather?
My great-grandfather.
Okay. Also, who did you talk to get these buildings built? What organizations?
The chairman. These buildings, the UNICEF and ETC. Yes, UNICEF, they are also helping us with exercise books and a lot of materials, teaching and learning materials.
Great.
They did very well.
And ATC has helped you with these 2 classrooms here, as well as teachers' quarters.
Yeah, ATC helped us 2 classrooms, teachers' quarters, and a bowl.
And a
Bowl.
or the borehole, right?
Bowl, yeah.
For the water tank.
For the water tank, yeah.
And in the future, the school is 4 years old, and it's adding a grade each year now, so we're up to 4th grade. What do you hope to do with this school in the future?
In the future, I hope, or my wish is to make a basic cycle. Yes.
The entire cycle?
Yeah.
Okay. And possibly, if we can find a way to feed the children each day.
Yes, feeding also. Because I even talked to this man yesterday about this feeding program. He said that new schools are not yet included, but whenever they start including new schools, this school will be part of it.
And Dembe has also been very helpful in working with me in the other secondary projects I have, with the perma gardens, which we'll talk about later, and possibly some beekeeping, and we will have the formation of a library very soon as well. Now we are behind the school. We have here a fenced-in area that is going to be home to probably 3 permagardens. Permagardens are a sort of self-sustaining garden that can continually grow crops throughout the year due to the way you have dug it and planted the nutrients and the various organic compounds. Much of it I got out of this book that I'm using to guide me, and it's a very interesting book. But right here we have the beginnings of a 5-bed permagarden. There are going to be 5 different crops planted here. You see the upraised area around the edge, it's called a berm. There's going to be other plants growing there, possibly trees, and you can see 4 holes on the outside which are going to collect the rainwater when it comes during the year. We put the garden behind the school so that it can catch much of the rainfall that is coming off the roof, and we'll use that for our help with our growing. Over here we have not yet begun to dig the smaller permagardens for this back fenced-in area. This area is kind of going to be a showcase for the local people to try to interest them in a permagarden that we can help them dig and plant and grow things. The permagardens can be built in any sort of land, on any area of the land they have, and they are very popular throughout the world because it gives a very good, solid, intense use of a small area of land. Over here you can see the back of the original schoolhouse, the small mud and brick building, and then these are the teachers' quarters, which were also built by the donor group ATC. So 3 or 4, possibly even 5 teachers will be able to live in this building that is right next to the school. At this point, while the teachers do have facilities to do some cooking, the food is still supplied very nicely by the local people for them to eat. If we look over here, we have an original garden that the caretaker has planted, and he's got some tomatoes and possibly some onions growing here. And then if you pan a bit further, you have the water tank and the borehole with the solar power running the pump that was supplied through ATC as well. This is a German-made pump that is running very well. The local people pay the school a certain amount of money for rights to use the water, and they go there every day. Well, that's my school, and that is the area around it. I want to thank you for coming to see it. I also want to thank the American people, and most notably the American taxpayer, for giving me an opportunity to represent the United States in Gambia through the U.S. Peace Corps. I'll see you all when I get back home. Goodbye.